My name is Sue Rubin. I'm 26 years old. I have written these thoughts about my life because I don't really talk. This is not my voice, but these are my words.
Good girl.
Notice.
Squeeze it together.
New.
It's good.
Noticing funny.
I have autism, and until the age of 13, everyone assumed I was also retarded. Now I live on my own with assistance from others.
Bye.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Hey.
I decided to make this film
Autism.
to bring people into my world of autism.
Autism is a world.
Sue, can we sit down this morning and remember we talked about talking about some things this morning?
All right.
Can we do that?
Bye.
Okay.
You need.
Now, now is P-E-R.
Yeah.
F-E-C. Now is perfect.
Okay.
All right.
Can you describe what your world was like before you were able to communicate? Can you describe that for me?
Autism is a world so difficult to explain to someone who is not autistic. Someone who can easily turn off the peculiar movements and actions that take over our bodies.
I think I was lost. W-A in some way. I-K-N. I know. I was. R-E. Go ahead. T-A-R-D. I know I was retarded. M-E-A-N-I-N. Meaning I acted like my worst. N-I-G-H-T-M-A-R. Acted like my worst nightmare. Y-E. Yes.
Sue didn't really give us a lot of hope. She did a lot of self-abusive behavior. She did a lot of biting of her own hand and arm, and she was a headbanger. We had to watch her every single minute. If you weren't watching her, it meant that she was doing something awful, something that would break the plumbing or cause a fire or do something dangerous. So there was always tension, and it was just moving from one difficult situation to another, from one crisis to another. As a parent, it's the most painful thing you can imagine to see your child hitting herself and throwing her head against the car window or throwing her head against a table or on a concrete floor. It's horrible to have to watch your own child hurt herself that way.
Yeah.
You picked a great one for your living room.
Jackie has been a saving grace in my tough times.
Are you ready to have lunch?
All right.
Okay.
She is my neighbor and has been my psychologist for all these years. She has helped me negotiate the train wreck of adolescence and learn to control my killer autism behaviors.
Something, Sue, that you asked for and we got for you when the impulse to bang your head was very, very strong. And you couldn't make it into the bedroom. You would ask for helmet and put that on and participate in that to keep your head safe. And what's important to know about that is that you request it and you also take it off when you know those impulses are too strong. So where are we going now?
Well, come on. I'm not going to take it.
I need a support person with me 24 hours a day to assist me with daily life,
Here you go.
cleaning house, shopping, studying, and visiting family.
Oh, my gosh.
Each Friday, Lizanne drops me off at my parents' house in time for dinner.
Go ahead.
Banana.
Okay, whole sentence.
How did go to banana?
You want to go to Grandma's?
What did go to banana?
Yeah, Grandma is going to come here. Juanita will drop her off.
All
Okay?
right. All right.
All right, that was a good sentence.
All
though.
day. All day.
Okay.
Dude.
Hey, Susan, is that like a slip you're wearing, or are you supposed to wear something on top of that? Or is that the way people dress these days? I'm looking at your skirt there, and it seems like it's invisible.
When I wasn't able to communicate, actually, I was a non-person, yet I was always treated well.
Sue.
Peace for everybody, Susan. Won't took care of.
Everyone in my family and at school were great at including me, socially, intellectually, culturally, and personally. I have been the most blessed with parents who support me.
All day.
Okay.
Susan, have you been following all the propositions that we have to be voting on next Tuesday? I know that you vote absentee ballot pretty often,
Yeah.
so maybe you've already done it.
They are decidedly.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are decidedly. Gee, confusing. Yeah,
They
it's
certainly
really
are, yeah.
hard. You hear
So
both
make sure
sides.
before you vote on Tuesday. that
One thing I have never felt
you'll
is
see your
aloneness.
mom or somebody and-
Although at times retreating into my own world, there has always been someone there to pull me out.
Sue, this way.
Yeah.
Out this way. Yeah. One. Okay, let's.
I'm nervous about meeting Dr. Margaret Bowman today, and the emotion overwhelms me.
Hi, Sue. How are you?
She is an expert on the neurobiology of autism at Harvard.
All day. Take it down.
I want to know why I do weird, awful autistic things I don't want to do.
Want to come down and see me for a few minutes?
Take your bomb bag. About it.
Okay.
Yeah, she has a button.
About it.
I see.
No, go home.
Sue, why don't we get started with the questions that you
Bye.
that you have programmed in? Come on.
What is autism?
That's a very good question. We don't have all the answers. But basically, we believe that it has something to do with how the brain is wired in certain parts that have to do with emotion, behavior, memory, and learning, and how you anticipate and handle language. And there are parts of the brain that, like yours, are wired extremely well and you're very bright, and there are parts of the brain that don't quite work as well as you'd like them to. And we're still trying to figure out why that is and what we can do about it.
I knowingly contribute to my looking retarded by carrying around a plastic spoon. But spoons are my comfort. I cannot explain how or why I need them, I just do.
When Sue was 4, we took her to UCLA, and I asked the doctor there, she was actually a psychologist, if Sue could have autistic tendencies. And so she watched Sue play and observed her, and then she said, forget about the tendencies, she's really autistic. that she would be retarded, and we knew we didn't want her in an institution, and we knew that she would be educated in special day classes with other people with severe handicaps. And we knew that if she got a job when she was an adult, it would be something like cleaning tables off or something like that retarded people do. Every year she got older and her mental age stayed the same, which was at about 2.5. And so by the time she was 13, she still had a mental age of about 2.5. So that's what we thought. We believed that.
I certainly understand why I was assumed to be retarded. All of my very awkward movements and all my nonsense sounds made me appear retarded. Perhaps I was. Voices floated over me. I heard sounds, but not words. It wasn't until I had a communication system that I was able to make sense out of the sounds. When I was 13, Jackie, my educational psychologist, called my mother and said that she had seen someone with autism who was like me start to communicate using a keyboard in support. It's called facilitated communication. She wanted to try this with me.
So we asked her if she could find the letters in her name. We would hold her hand and her arm back, and she would be pushing forward, and then she would just pick out the letters, and she'd find the S, and then we would pull her hand back, and then she would go to the next letter. And she did. She found S-U-S-I-E. And so we were really kind of amazed, but then I thought, well, big deal. She's been seeing Susie, every single day of her life, written on her desk in big letters, and she's just copying what she remembers having seen.
Progress was slow at first. I was a terrible subject because of my behaviors, but my mom insisted that I practice every day. As I began to type, my mind began to wake up.
This was 4 months later. It was February 16th. I asked her if she could type 3 vegetables. And you can see it was really difficult for her to get anything, and it just looked like gibberish to me. I saw that she was doing S-P, S-I, S-P-I, and so I said to her, "Do you mean spinach?" And then she got it. She typed spinach. So then I said to her, "One more, and you can go." She typed kale. K-A-L-E. And I have no idea where that came from because I never buy kale. I don't like kale. I don't make kale. She never had kale. But anyway, she typed kale.
Oh, how about some spinach?
Yeah.
Okay. You want some spinach?
No.
Focus, please. Okay.
No.
Shh. Which one?
I want
The little one?
cheese.
Oh, yeah, cheese. Which ones do you want? Just one, okay?
I want.
Okay.
Once she started communicating, she was reassessed, and she had another psychological examination, and where before she had tested at the 2.5-year level, which is about a 29 IQ for somebody who's 13, she ended up testing 133 IQ. So when it came time for her to go to high school, we knew that she had to be in regular classes in an academic program.
I was lost in autism for 13 years. How could my brain lie fallow for so long and then wake up in a few weeks?
Do you think that you weren't thinking about anything in those 13 years, or do you think that you were picking up information even just very quietly?
I assume I was storing information
Do I get to ask you some questions some of these times?
not
Fun.
yet
Oh, okay, all right.
I'm a junior at Whittier College, majoring in history.
Okay.
I attend classes with Aisling, my friend and support staff.
Okay, you ready to go outside?
About it.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Funny.
I've already like not been going to
Better.
the same time as this class.
About it.
So
Oh, the Cairo conference. Remember, he keeps talking about this.
Aisling takes notes for me and is available when I want to communicate.
Stage for the Middle East.
All day.
Ryan Brennan.
All right.
Randy Caldera,
Nader.
Jennifer Eastlake,
Nader.
Okay.
Mike Frizzy,
Dode.
Chris Shaw, Todd Spanier,
Bunny.
Ron David Stockton, Ben Stockler,
Class.
Sue Rubin,
Why?
Suli Vega. First thing we're going to do, I'm going to start talking a little bit about ideologies and philosophies that were brought into play by the arrival of colonialism first, and then the rise of the nationalist movement in various parts of the Arab world. And many parts
Autism
of
is a
Africa.
constant struggle.
There's resistance on part
It
of
takes
the
every ounce of energy I have to sit somewhat quietly during a 2-hour lecture.
It gives rise to what we today know as nationalist movements.
I love learning, yet being looked upon as feeble-minded is something I have been forced to endure my entire life.
We see the coming up of what we call
Actually, in the times I'm not fully engaged in school, I find that I am more susceptible to awful autism.
So, do you know what Sharia is? What's Sharia?
Nader.
Do you remember? ISLAMIC. Islamic PRINCIPLEOR.
Oh, just 2 words around that. She has to tell me the whole thing, yeah?
Yeah. Okay, start over. LAW. It's the Islamic principle or foundation or the law.
On the Islamic principle, foundational law. Very good. Questions about this?
When I watch water, I'm zoning out and letting the autistic part of my brain take over. My mind goes blank, and I stop thinking.
I think I'm gonna let you read about Egypt real quick before I ask you all these questions.
Aisling and I have a dear friendship that has spanned 12 great years and many more to come.
What about another bar?
She is a true friend and both loves and antagonizes me like the sister I never had.
I want you to focus this time. Okay?
Day.
I saw your eyes all over the place.
She has worked with me as school support and has been a pillar of my home life for 7 years.
Okay, I'm not doing this till you're ready, because otherwise it's a waste of my time and it's a waste of your time.
Everybody. Hawaii.
Are you turning 1 page at a time or 2? Don't get sneaky.
Hawaii.
Okay.
But now this is her last semester with me, and I'm worried about her leaving.
Judy. Judy.
Leave it alone, please.
Funny.
You're really not that funny. You're really not. 7 years later, not that funny?
Bunny.
All right. Now, come on. As soon as we're done with 2 more, we can take a break from this.
All right.
The fact is, I must have 24-hour support. I couldn't call 911 if I were in trouble.
She hasn't had lunch. Okay.
So these are the people I depend on. Much of it is paid for by different federal, state, and local funds.
Just a 10-minute break just to get adjusted to you being here, not me.
Okay.
The paperwork is at times grueling.
All right. No, do it later.
You ready?
Ready. All right.
Now it's Danny's shift.
Let's get our paper and let's get out of here.
Right tail.
He's my outlet for fun.
Yeah, get the door.
Bye-bye.
All right, close the door, shoes. Let's get out of here.
We both love betting on the horses.
Here comes the horses.
How
What
is
is
it?
this? Horses. What color's that one, Suze?
Right.
Yeah, that's a nice horse.
Want to buy two.
Which one do you want to buy, Suze?
All right, one.
The white one?
All right.
What do you like in this race, Susie? Shelly's terms?
Yeah.
Can you see her, Franklin? So you like the 5-horse Shelly's terms?
For the 7th race now coming onto the ground. No changes to the 7th.
Yeah.
This race named in honor of
Yes.
Santa Barbara.
Yeah.
Lucky lady.
All right.
All right.
All day.
O'Day. Way to go.
Town was out fast on those straight to the lead. Along the inside, Protenium was showing speed as well. Arctic Dream tucking in just behind the leaders. Exaggerators in the green down at the rail on the acorn.
I love going to the racetrack because it is a place where I can blend in with the crowd and appear normal. Everyone is looking at the horses and not at me.
To Prince Selection third. Outward bound and it's all 2:37.
Catch him, one. Suze, you're gonna win, Suze.
Gately second. 2:37 just in a little bit. He's coming away to win this one easily. 2:37.
All right.
Hey, a winner, huh?
All right.
All right.
$20 and a dime. $20 and one dime.
Get your money, Suze.
There you go.
Let's get out of here. Yes, Suze.
Hey, Daydreamer, let's go.
The last 4 years, I have been blessed to have Lizanne in my life as support staff.
Quiet down.
We are gonna go. We're gonna go to Trader Joe's. We have to do
I have been asked to give a speech next month at a conference.
Yeah, can you put your spoons right here so that...
No.
Yeah, let's just put the spoons there so that when you're done, you can have them back, okay? Please?
Bye-bye. Go.
Turn it off so many people...
Writing these presentations is an arduous process.
Go.
Susie, I won't have it. Remember, the spoons are over there. You won't get them back unless you sit quietly and do this.
Everybody.
Many people think living with autism is difficult.
Nada.
Yeah, focus.
Nada. Go.
Try getting into college.
Go.
Yeah. Many people think living with autism is difficult. Try getting into college.
Today, I'm giving my presentation at Syracuse University's Conference of Educators and People with Autism.
Bottom open.
Relax. Calm down, Sue, okay?
Ah.
Sue, get it out
Go.
now. Ruben.
Why don't it?
Scoot up, scoot up, scoot up.
Why don't it?
Okay, let's go.
Please be
1,
quiet. People are presenting, okay?
2,
Let's go.
3. Okay, let's go. 1, 2, 3, let's go.
My goal is to enlighten individuals to the potential of their own voices.
Nervous? I can feel it in your hand. Relax, relax, relax. It's showtime, lady. 1, 2, 3. We're starting.
Okay. I'm just going to go ahead and read Sue's prepared presentation. Many people think living with autism is difficult. Try getting into college. Some of the toughest challenges I have faced have been right on the college campus. One such challenge has been proving to people that I am a capable student. My name is Sue Rubin. I am a student with autism at Whittier College and am currently enrolled in my junior year. I was the typical 19-year-old train wreck. I feared leaving the nest, the uncertainties of peer acceptance, and the dreaded workload of college homework. My acceptance into Whittier College eased some of my fears because it allowed me to stay in the area in which I'm familiar, stay close to my parents, and is equally important, remain in the community-based services that aided me throughout my school years. It is very difficult to fight echolalia, odd behaviors, and uncontrollable sounds and movements. In the first couple of years of college, I not only had to fight autism, but I also had to prove that I was a capable student. As time went on, I have to fight less and less. We'd like to take any questions that anyone would have.
Sue, may I inquire what your profession of life will be?
I would.
A, D, V, O,
C,
A, T, E, advocate,
Advocate.
and write.
Right. I would like to advocate and write for newspaper.
I would like to advocate and write for a newspaper.
Will you be available as a counselor to other students with autism starting college? I think I'm going to need lots of caring support from someone who has gone before me.
Y, O, U,
You
C, A, N. You can count
count
on
me, Tyler. You can count on me, Tyler.
You can count on me, Tyler. My arm's full.
Hi. Sue, you were awesome, as always. As always.
Debatable.
Bye-bye, Audie. Bye-bye, Audie.
I'm just kidding, yeah.
You really have
Well,
a
I
thought.
might be, but that I had written it on her thing. Let's see. There's a little agenda there. How are we getting there?
Autism is not a social way of life. Many times solitude is one's best friend. Other times it can be my own worst enemy, spinning me into an autistic mind frame.
I'm the one who packed this time, Rita.
Rita, we've got this figured out. We traveled.
Yo!
Hey.
Do-da-dee to do the do-da-dee. There's your red drink.
Okay.
Salute to the
dode.
dode. To the do-da-dee newt-and-I.
Drink some.
Dodity, bunny,
Well, you gotta drink it first.
You gotta drink it first.
Then you'll be singing do-da-dees.
bunny.
Drink it. Okay, take your time. That's vodka.
No. We're sipping tonight. Tonight we're sipping. Right?
Later.
We can't both get fired.
Yeah, I think he does both of us do it.
You're very scared and anxious about the thought of Aisling leaving. Yeah, that's a worry. It's a worry. But we take it one day at a time. Okay? There are some things in your life that are going to be permanent, like your family and friends like Janine. The fact that I live across the street. I'm not going anywhere. Okay? Ashling's been with you almost 6 or 7 years now. I mean, you would even admit it's time for her to move on. But at the same time, that's scary because you guys have been together so long. And you're turning away from me because this is emotional, huh?
Later.
Later. Yeah.
Later. Later. Do-da-dee.
Silence, dude. It's golden.
Do-da-dee.
Yes.
Do-da.
Whittier College.
Yeah. Take it back. Later.
A whisper, please. Okay, I've chosen Latin America.
Lizanne and I are meeting with Professor Orozco to discuss the completion of my history major.
Do.
He is my mentor.
You know, Sue, you have to take 3 courses that are 300 level courses in Latin America. I know your advisor is Dick Archer, and since Professor Archer is retiring this year, I'd be happy to be your advisor.
That is actually exactly what I want. I've enjoyed Dr. Archer's feedback, but agree with you.
Okay, good.
Bunny.
I think you finished. That's right, that's right. Did you finish the Luz Moreno book?
That's the book that I was working on. Oh, you remember, Sue. Good job. Let me when I get it sort of polished up, it's almost there. I'll give you a copy.
That would be awesome.
I'll give you a copy.
Really hate it because nonverbal autistic people are not given an opportunity to show their intelligence. Really hate it because nonverbal autistic people are not given an opportunity to show their intelligence.
You're absolutely right. Many years ago, the word was that approximately 75% of folks on the autism spectrum were functioning in the mentally retarded range, and clearly that's far too high. So knowing people like you who can communicate so well and who are clearly very bright, I think has forced me as a researcher to think about what we think we know or thought we knew about autism.
Sadly, you don't have all the answers.
Sadly, we don't, Sue. Would be nice. I wish I did.
Look it over and then you tell me which you want to start with.
All right.
Janine is the coordinator of my supported living program. I am meeting with everyone today to talk about my staff changes.
So we need to talk about your transition here with Lisanne and Aisling leaving.
What the plan is to contact people in various agencies that are serving adults, you know, in our area. Sue, come on, this is important. Come on. Okay.
No.
Come on, sweetie, sit down.
I'm just scared.
Scared.
About what, Suze?
I'm just scared of what? Don't.
Don't.
I just don't. I just don't what?
Here, fix it.
W.
Sue,
Hello?
fix it.
Period. Okay. You have 3
Yes,
periods.
do
Do you really need them?
Sue, fix it.
Just pee, don't let do it.
Come on,
have
woman.
all day. Come on.
We all have things to do, Suze.
It's gonna work.
I just don't want.
As independent as I may become, the sad fact is that I will always need others to communicate.
My.
And emotions are most difficult to talk about.
E. I don't want my
Life. To.
B. E.
B.
Okay. I don't want my life to be in a hell because you're leaving.
All right.
Okay.
Sue, Janine's looking for people and we're gonna get replacements, okay?
the best that we can here, Sue.
It's getting S. E.
Close.
It's getting too close.
New bun.
Yeah, I know.
New bun. Red bun.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, can you tell me what's up? C. A. N. Can. Y. O.
Nader.
Excuse me.
Hey.
Sue, if you need me to leave, you need to tell me that. You don't scream at me.
Nader.
Can. Y. O. U. L. B. A. V. E. Can you leave me? A. L. O. N. E. Yeah, I can leave you alone. Thank you for asking instead of yelling.
All right.
All right, I'm gonna go inside then.
Bye, Ade.
Goodbye, see you later.
Bye, Marble.
You don't want to come inside, really? You don't?
I know that.
Okay.
I'd buy you.
Okay.
But I'd buy you. Nader.
All right, bye.
Nader.
Yeah.
The last thing I want to clarify is that no matter how much social interaction one has, one will never be free of autism. The tendencies to be and act in certain ways may subside, but I will always be autistic.